Saturday.
We're not going to be able to get inside Mr. Putin's head perfectly and know exactly what his long-term objectives are, or even his medium-term objectives.
Right now on Good Morning Quad Cities, Russia is shifting dozens of units from the port of Mariupol to eastern Ukraine. The shocking confession made by a senior Russian commander this morning. Plus, deliberations taking a break for the weekend in the James Teal manslaughter case. We take you to the courtroom for the latest. And good morning and welcome. It is Saturday, April 23rd. I'm David Bohlman. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
And I'm meteorologist Morgan Strackbine, and I felt like it was appropriate today to bring out
some sleeveless?
The sleeveless, because it's going to be the warmest day.
It was so warm this morning when I walked out.
Right?
I mean, I was like, wait, am I like having a hot flash or what's happening?
Yes,
but
no,
it was nice, but a little
really
humid.
nice. Yeah, a little humid. Definitely. I can kind of feel it in the studio too.
A little sticky.
A little sticky in here, yeah. But temperatures definitely did warm up. In fact, we are warmer right now than we were yesterday afternoon. You can see around 10 o'clock, we got a boost of those temperatures to around 70 degrees yesterday evening. Well, that was a very strong warm front that progressed through our hometowns during the overnight hours, and that's bringing in the warmth. So we're going to be locked underneath this warm sector as we get through here Saturday. 66 degrees right now in the Quad Cities. We have some south winds coming in at 12 miles per hour, and they're going to get rather gusty. So right now, as we look out on radar, you can see out to our west, they're starting to see some pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Again, a lot of that heat and the humidity kind of fueling some of those early morning showers and thunderstorms. Here, we won't have to worry about much, but again, it is going to be breezy. Those gusts already getting up to 20 miles per hour for us this morning. Feels like temperatures not going to be too bad at all. We'll be in the 80s for this afternoon. So again, it is going to be the year's warmest day. We'll just have to deal with some gusty winds out there. We'll talk about how gusty those winds will get, as well as when we'll track in our storm and rain chances later on today. All that timed out for you coming up in just a little bit. David.
All right, Morgan, thank you. This morning, the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office is investigating what led up to the body of a missing man being found in a car at the bottom of the Mississippi River. Police were called to Fairport Recreational Area late Thursday night for a stolen vehicle with an elderly handicapped man inside. Minutes later, a neighbor called police to report an unidentified man showing up at their home soaking wet and acting erratically. That man was identified as Joshua Peters. Police determined he had been driving the stolen car and crashed it into the river with the missing elderly man still inside. Peters is charged with homicide by vehicle, theft, death or personal injuries, and driving while barred. A Morrison teacher is in jail this morning for possession of child pornography. The Illinois State Police arrested 49-year-old Joshua Robbins this week for 3 counts of possession of child pornography. According to the Morrison school superintendent, Robbins is a history teacher and varsity baseball coach at Morrison High School. He is currently on administrative leave. In a letter to the parents Friday morning, the district says the investigation does not relate to any student. And we have continuing coverage this morning. The trial of Henry Dinkins, the man accused of murdering 10-year-old Breasia Terrell, will not be held in Scott County. Instead, it'll be moved to Cedar Rapids after a ruling from the Iowa Supreme Court. The decision comes less than a month after the defense asked to move, citing a, quote, significant degree of prejudice in Scott County. Judge Henry Latham will still preside over Dinkins' case, which is still set for October 17th. Dinkins has been charged with first-degree murder and first-degree kidnapping. Both of those carry a mandatory life sentence without parole if convicted. Jury deliberations in the James Teal manslaughter case are on hold for the weekend. Teal is charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter for his role in the Mississippi River boat crash that killed Craig Verbeck and Anita Pintz in LeClaire back in August of 2020. Attorneys from both sides reviewed evidence this week in their closing arguments before the jury had their first full day of deliberations on Friday.
That was plenty of time for the defendant to say slow down if he wasn't knowingly approving it and encouraging it in some way. So he certainly allowed the vessel to be operated in an unsafe manner, and he certainly did the act in a manner likely to cause serious injury or death, right? Because he did cause the death of 2 people.
Things happen to us, accidents happen to us, misfortune happens to us. But those things don't necessarily mean that a crime has occurred.
Jury deliberations will resume Monday morning at 9 a.m., and if convicted, Teal could face up to 20 years in prison. It is now 6:05, getting a look at the latest on Russia's war in Ukraine. A Pentagon official calling the next few weeks a, quote, turning point that could define the future of Ukraine. ABC's James Longman has this heartbreaking story.
On the ground and in the air, the Kremlin turning its fury on the east. Ukraine says elite Russian units are now moving in. A revealing insight into Moscow's possible ambitions. A senior Russian commander, for the first time, saying the goal is to not only seize control of the eastern Donbass region, but take full control of southern Ukraine. That could include as far as the key port of Odessa and maybe even a pro-Russian area of Ukraine's neighbour, Moldova. Given Russian difficulties on the battlefield so far, this may be beyond their scope. The Pentagon saying it's not clear if this is the official Russian war plan.
We're not going to be able to get inside Mr. Putin's head perfectly and know exactly what his long-term objectives are, or even his medium-term objectives.
In Mariupol, new video showing the ongoing fight. The last battalion of Ukrainian resistance now surrounded by Russian forces. About 1,000 Ukrainian fighters and civilians are holed up in this massive steel plant. The Russians saying they won't storm it, but will not allow any supplies inside. These new satellite images reportedly showing a second mass grave just outside Mariupol. Officials say hundreds of murdered civilians may be buried there. It's a reminder of the horrors of Bucha. Police there filling up refrigerated trucks with dead bodies. Residents lining up in the rain, hoping to identify their loved ones. The UN saying human rights officers documented the unlawful killings of 50 civilians in Bucha, many executed. In total, verifying more than 5,200 civilian casualties, nearly 2,400 of those killed. But the official toll will likely be much greater. A top UN official describing it as a horror story of violations perpetrated against civilians. We saw for ourselves the disturbing scene in this basement where 5 men appeared to have been executed.
I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies in this tiny room in this basement where Ukrainians say people have been tortured, and I can see their hands behind their backs.
Our Marcus Moore on the ground there today.
Sometimes we also found torturers on bodies.
And so the people who were shot in the head were executed.
Yes, it's a kind of execution.
Is it possible that there are more mass graves that you all are not aware of?
Yes, I think that we will find more.
And in this monastery close to Russia's new eastern front, a priest prepares. His only defense, faith.
How do you feel being so close to the war?
It's non-stop, he says, the bangs, the explosions. The shells come from this and that side. All he can do is pray.
That was ABC's James Longman reporting. The heartbreaking situation in Ukraine is developing every hour, and we're keeping all the latest news from the ground there in one place just for you. You can get that anytime by texting the word invasion to the number that's on your screen right now, 309-304-0888. The time right now is 6:08 on your Saturday morning. You're watching Good Morning Quad Cities, and we thank you for doing so. Still ahead, an upgrade coming to the National Weather Service of the Quad Cities, how it's going to help our meteorologists talk about the weather.
And speaking of weather, we are going to track in a very warm, very windy weekend. Today, definitely going to be the year's warmest. How warm are we going to get? We'll talk about that coming up next in your accurate forecast.
You're watching GMQC Saturday.